Now, one of the more interesting aspects about this device that still kind of messes with me a little bit would probably be the software and probably the battery life as well. So tackling one thing at a time, the battery life and the size of this thing was 3,300 milliamp hours. Now, it did have wireless charging, but it did not have reverse wireless charging, which is kind of sad because Samsung put it in the Galaxy S10. I feel like we could have, easily supplied it on the Galaxy S20, but again, there's nothing we can do about it at this point. But that would have been really cool had this phone had the capability of it. Now, stepping one step further, the battery life in this thing, again, it goes two ways. Because this is a foldable phone, you just have to ask yourself, how much are you going to be using that actual big panel? Because if you're just checking notifications or something like that, you can really make this thing last long because there's that little OLED display on the front. So you can just read your messages and stuff there. Now, it's nothing like a Galaxy Fold, but it still gets the job done. So that's another thing you have to keep in mind. But if you're actively, holding this phone with the screen open all the time and you're playing with it, this and that, there may be a little bit of a different experience for you, to be honest. You may be getting this type of, average battery life on this thing. The resolution of the display is only 1080p. It had a pretty decent chipset and it wasn't even a slow phone, but because One UI does take a bit of battery life inside of it, at all times, I would probably say that the 3,300 mAh battery inside of this was pretty average, and especially now, since it's been a little bit later and One UI 3 actually improved the battery life, so it may be even better now than then, but that pretty much covers up in the battery standpoint. But the software standpoint is another one of those things that's actually been improved since the first day it came out. So since the first day, it actually went ahead and got an extra year of software support and now an extra year of security updates. So those are some really major things about this phone. And as I mentioned before, that's just another W on this phone. So not only has it depreciated like crazy, not only is the battery life probably has gotten better, but the software has actually been, improved overall too. So it's lasting almost the same amount as you would have originally thought of it last year. So I think that's another W in my opinion. So in terms of that, probably one of the best reasons why you should go and pick up this phone in 2021. Now,